Two, one. There we go. This begins our interview. You know, awkward start when I'm interviewing myself, but yeah, I guess I'm kind of in a unique place for discussing my journey through this class. Partially because I just transferred here this semester, so if I talk about a personal journey over this semester, I could talk for ages. I feel like I've been in college for as long as high school lasted, and I've been in college for 4 semesters at this point. Speaking of high school, what I think I will mention, and I think I've already hinted at it in some of my other writings, is that I've taken a composition class on the college level 3 times. I was going through my old Google Docs, and I was just looking at old things I've written about, and it's just like, I was thinking back to my high school class, and I barely remembered what teacher I had. It had just been so long, but I know through the years, when I was writing my AP essay about Brave New World, which we had to read over the summer and had one test on and never discussed in class, and then I was writing about it 9 months later. And then when I was in Delaware, and last year, and I was writing about Fight Club because it was the only book I could figure out that took place in Delaware. And I got a really bad grade on that assignment because I didn't remember to do secondary sources. And then here, just completely confused about where to start writing about architecture, which is something I had been thinking about for years and almost wrote a paper on in high school about. I feel like the most I've learned about writing, during my time in college, happened in my first 2 philosophy classes at my old school, which made me a philosophy major. I read my first final essay at the end of the year last year for my philosophy class, and it was terrible in terms of writing quality. I didn't even proofread my stuff back then. I would just hit the ideas, and my big eureka moment my freshman year was like, if I wrote an outline that had like 5 words on it that said beginning, middle, and end, that was like a great paper. But in terms of literature and writing, I certainly have grown over the last 3 years. It's been 3 institutions, 3 states. My high school, my old college, and now here. So yeah, if I told myself when I started my first college composition class at the August of my senior year, or maybe when I was signing up spring of my junior year, and I would have told myself what happened, I would have dropped my jaw. But I was thinking about what memories do we have of the places we've been through, and I got things like this accidentally ended up here. This is a soap dispenser from my high school I took from a trash can behind my high school this summer, and it was in my dad's house. And it accidentally made it here to college with me, my second college, which is 9 hours away. My old college was an hour and a half away. This picture of my old college, which I printed here. And then I realized probably the most significant thing, which goes beyond literature. I got this cologne before I started high school, and I have decided that I still don't want to finish with it. It's not over yet. And if I took back the literature I was doing when I bought this Versace Eros for hanging out with, I think it was my first time hanging out with a girl alone. I got this cologne, and if I was thinking about what I was reading back then and how much I've learned from all the literature I've read, just from a writing standpoint too, and how much I've grown as a writer and a reader, it's incredible. I mean, even the books you read outside of class. I mean, I read something by Hunter S. Thompson in this time period that I really liked. They really do affect you. And I am grateful for the literature and the writing I've done. I am tired of composition classes. No offense, Professor Kofensteimer, but 3 years of talking about MLA citations, I have had enough. I had to do a paper on a tree where you cited things for the first time in 8th grade. Our library teacher made us do it to learn about citing. Hated it. I hate doing citations even though I have to do them. And yeah, that I really did appreciate the lessons I've learned. And by the way, if you ever felt awkward in your class, there was 100 times, maybe even 1,000 times, maybe an order of magnitude less awkward moments in your class than in my mandatory English class at my school at my old school last semester. So thank you for the lessons. I am going to end the recording now and then end the video.